Yeah. Well, congratulations. Obviously, you know, the underdog going in, and you know, for kind of a friendly environment here.
I don't know who wants some money on me, and I was plus 500 when it started. Sorry, guys.
What does it feel like? I mean, you know, you're trying to prove that you belong at welterweight and that it's your weight class. What does a win like that mean?
I mean, it's not. I don't really care about proving to anybody else, man. This is all about me. This is my. I don't know anybody. I've been doing this for 12 years. This is my 56th fight, pro and amateur. I don't need to prove anything to anybody. I do this for me, my team, my family, and you know, I wish I had some cool like call out or something like that. You know, but this fight was all about proving that I could be at 170. And you know, I told you earlier in the week we talked. I told you, I said, man, I feel like more of an athlete here. You know, I feel I'm not like overly strong in the weight class, but my cardio is good, and I think my speed. I was fast at 55, and I just, whenever I was out there, he couldn't find me. I was too fast. My feet are too good for him, and everything I threw seemed to land. You know what I mean? So a win over Warley, I think, says a lot. He's never been finished. First of all, he holds a finish win over Colby Covington. You know what I mean? He's got some legitimate wins. So, yeah, I think it tells everybody if they need the reassurance that I belong here. I think it definitely showed that.
How about in terms of the strength and the power? I mean, do you find that problematic? He's not the biggest guy in the division, but he is a strong guy.
He's not small.
Yeah.
I mean, I think everybody's gonna have different puzzles. For me, I'm a brainiac with this stuff. I'm very cerebral, and this puzzle was all about, you know, the initial thing was like getting through the first round, and I didn't just get through it. I whooped his ass in the first round. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to throw shade at him, but I felt like I dominated the first round. And even it's always hard when watching, like, you guys see a different fight than I do because I'm in the fight. So I don't know if I felt like I won the round. Is that safe to say? Okay, so I felt like I won the round, but you know, for me it was about getting to round 2 because statistically he just slows big time, and I was tired for sure because I was pushing a good pace, but I can fight tired, you know, and I think that's where the key at welterweight's going to be for me, is the speed and the cardio advantage, you know, and I found my swag out there. My coach Mark, you know, he's telling me, you got to find your swag, you got to start talking, you got to talk them shit, and you know, I've done it before, and I just seem to fight better when I do. And I don't know if you guys could hear me, but I was saying some pretty.
What were you saying?
I called him a pussy a couple times. Told him he didn't have no power when he kicked me. You know, it's not about him. He's not a pussy. He's really good. He's tough. But it's about me. You know what I mean? It's about finding my flow, finding my swag out there, and getting in a groove. And I think I did a really good job of that, doing that early tonight. And I wanted to bully the bully. He's a bully. He's really good at that. So I wanted to go after him early.
The knee was solid. You thought that was a technique that you knew would be there tonight?
Oh yeah, man, I don't want to make the interview about my coach, but it is about him. You know what I mean? This is my coach's #1 move, and I stole it from him. It's a move that the guys at Factory X are really good at. All of them are good at it, and it's just a fake low kick, and you bring up the knee, and I did it with the front kick earlier too. It's just something that we do, and I knew it would be there because he bites. He's an emotional guy, and if you can get him, you know, that's why at the beginning of round 2 he started calling me a pussy and coming at me, and I was like, man, as soon as he did that, I was like, I got you, because you were already tired, and I got you where I wanted you. I wanted you emotional. I wanted you biting on everything, you know, and I got him biting on it, and I threw it again. I threw it a couple times, but it wasn't there. I got him a little emotional and got him biting on it, and he ran right into it.
I can't see many arguments, but the stoppage you feel good with. I mean, obviously he was still standing,
Ask
but.
him. Don't ask me, ask him. You know what I mean? He didn't argue it. I thought, yeah, of course. I mean, I was landing clean punches on him, and he wasn't like, his eyes weren't on me. You know what I mean? Like, once again, I'm not throwing shade at him, but it was a good stoppage for sure. And man, they could let it go, or they could have let it go a little bit longer and see where that would have went. I mean, he's a good fighter, and I respect him very high. I think it's the best one of my career and best performance of my career, and I knew that was going to be the case. But I think that was a fine stoppage.
Yeah, and last thing for me, you know, you talked about the move to welterweight being a lot about happiness, you know what I mean? So, are you happy? You're going to take some time off to be happy?
Yeah, so the thing is, I thought about this really hard last night laying in bed, and I didn't want the result to be about staying at welterweight or moving back or anything like that. I've been saying all week that 70 is my home, and I really believe that, but obviously getting through the fight kind of, if I got ragdolled and tossed around, you got to maybe look at going back down, you know. But I kind of did an inventory check last night. I was like, how do I feel? Man, I feel really good. I just feel strong. I feel athletic. And at 55, I just don't like there's things that go on in the weight cut. Like this is way too much information, but like I don't poop for like 3 or 4 days after that, and I get tired quicker. My body just doesn't recover, man. And I know I'm not the biggest 70-pounder, but I'm fast, and I think, like I said, I think as long as you can make everything a puzzle in the game, I think there's always ways to speed kills. You know what I mean? So, but to answer your question, I've been happy this whole week. You know what I mean? I've got to sit down and have dinner with my team. It's not like, oh, I got 47,000 pounds to cut. You go eat, and I'll sit in this room for a week. No, I got to hang out with the team. I got to walk around. I got to enjoy a coffee. I had an energy drink at one point. You know what I mean? Like, I had to have a good quality of life. And it was, for me, that's what it is, you know. And not even this week, but leading up to it the past couple months, you know. I've got to go out to eat with my family, take them to nice dinners when I'm in town for a couple days, you know what I mean? So that's what it's all about to me, and I really thought about that long and hard last night, and I'm happy, you know what I mean? My quality of life is so much better, and then the only thing left was the performance, and I think I proved tonight that I belong at 170.
Cool. Thank you, sir.
Cool. Thank you, guys.